Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Arccaptain MIG160, the nice DIY, budget-friendly, and skill-friendly unit from Arccaptain. We're going to do some trialing out here and see how things go. Hope you guys will stick around. What do we have here? Sweet looking little unit. Let's take a deeper dive and see what we got here. So this here, folks, is the Arccaptain MIG160. It is a multi-process welder that was sent over to me by Arccaptain to look at, do some demonstrations on, and show you guys. This portable little guy is a 110 to 220 volt unit. The plug comes with it, so you can plug it right into your 220 outlet or your 110 receptacle with just by, changing this up. Everything on the table here came within the box, including this spool of 0.9 millimeter or 35 thousandths gasless flux cord wire. The actual MIG torch itself, you can run this with flux cord wire or with a bottle of argon or 7525 or whatever you want to with the included torch. Obviously, you're ready to go there for your traditional gas MIG welding. You have your ground clamp. You always need that so you can ground yourself. You have your manual metal arc welding, stick welding, electrode holder. It's for the price of the welder, you kind of expect what you get, but I'd say it has a nice clamp for us to hold on to the electrode. Comes with everything you need there. And then for your gas bottle, it comes with the main supply line that you would run to your regulator to the back of the unit here. Also comes with a really basic chip hang hammer and a brush, some extra tips, a wheel for the wire, some nice instructions or generalized settings, your constructions on how to run the thing, and then some nice stickers. So to get you guys a little closer here, you can open up these clamps on the side and voila, you're right into the heart of the beast. I can tip it up so you guys can see it a little better. You've got your tensioner clamp. You've got your tensioner here on your feed, and it looks like it is currently set up for the correct wire. Let's double check here. I'll pull this off quick. All pretty quick release. Yep, 0.9. That is the size of the wire we have. So we'll get that back into place. Let's go ahead and throw the wire in here quick. This is Arccaptain's gasless wire. I've used it over here on the MIG200 before. It works really well. I've burnt through about 5 pounds at this point. Can't complain with the quality of it one bit. Go ahead and snip that off. Get some tension on the roll. Feed this through here. All right, got that fed. Now we'll be able to turn it on and get it out the end of the gun. All right, wire is loaded. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get some of this stuff out of the way. We're gonna need a few different things here, but we don't need all the pieces on the table. I forgot to mention, this will also do lift TIG. It does not come with the torch, but you can buy that separately and use this as a small TIG welder as well. Kind of nice. So the MIG160 inverter welding machine. Gives you some material guidelines on the back here. They claim it'll weld 3/16 more or less, or 4 millimeter thick steel. So we got her cranked all the way up to 160 amps, but hey, we'll see what happens. MIG flux cord welding. We need to hook the ground clamp to the positive polarity. Okay, so this front little plug you do that needs to go over on the negative polarity. You put it in the old port here and you rotate it into place. And we put the ground clamp over here on the happy side, plus sign there. Put that little prong section into its mating piece. Rotate it so she is in place. All right, that's tight. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to move this stuff over to this side of the table. So if it's closer to the plug-in for one, and two, I don't have to fight it. Throw that here, throw the torch in there, put the old ground lamp on the table. Get this back here out of the way. Plug it over in here to the outlet. Let's go ahead and power it on and see what we got. I think there's a master switch here on the back. Yep. Power. Let's turn it on here. See what we got. Fan kicks on. Right now is it set on stick. That'll go down to TIG, and we want it on MIG, and we are using, that's a little confusing. They're using inches on here instead of metric, which is fine. Using 35 thousandths diameter wire, and right now it looks like when we're on 110 volts, we only can max it out at 120 on here. So not surprising. It knows it's input voltage, so it's not going to let you overpower it. Per the manual, technically, you should be using, it's 36 amps for 110 volts. Don't have it set up that way, so we're going to go ahead and just go over and plug it into the 220, because that's 24 volts. Because then it's 24 amps, and I've got this a 50 amp plug, so we'll have plenty of juice there. If the max power draw of this is 36 amps, at the maximum input, I'm going to trip the breaker pretty obviously there. So we're going to go ahead and put this into the 220, make it more precise, more consistent. Same settings we talked about prior. Now we're going to, it'll let us go all the way up to 160 because we're at the higher voltage and, well, also higher amperage, but this, yeah, you can see. This is obviously well versed for beginners. So with the included instructions and the controller here, it's just a few buttons and clicks. And you know what's interesting about these settings is there's no wire speed to worry about. You set the amps and let it go. Now that could be good or bad depending upon your welding style, but if you're a beginner, you want this to be as simple as possible. Set it, forget it, and go. You know, that's that simple. Let's do some welding here. Now remember, guys, safety first always. Use the correct PPE when you're doing this stuff. If you're not comfortable doing it, don't do it. Follow the owner's manual instructions. And just remember, you got to be watching out for yourself, okay? Got this nice Arccaptain welding hood here. We got this set on. Make sure we got it on weld instead of cut. That's what we want. We're going to turn the shade up. That looks good. Got that on. Got my gloves. Move you guys over here so you can see better. Maybe bring you up just a skosh. Perfect. Some might just say good enough. Get some stuff up here to play with. Some junk metal sitting around. We'll do a little bit on this thing on one end just to see what happens. Do some trialing. All right, we got her set up. All right, we've got her all good to go here. You guys can hear the fan in the back. Sorry about that. Trying to keep the fumes out of here. We're gonna get her cranked up. Did a couple of test things here just to see what would happen. All right, let's see how she works. Go from there. How about that? All right, sounds good. Perfect plan. We'll do a little bit more here and see. We'll pretty smooth, I will say that. Get my brush here so you guys can see what we got. And no, I'm not a professional welder, so guys, don't get that stuck in your head. Yeah, not too bad. Let's go ahead, let's set this to the side, and we'll take this, tack weld this on here. Nice little tack weld. Let's go ahead and fill this across. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I know this is just a sample piece here, but we're turning it on. Just setting the dial at the amperage I want, and not adjusting any wire speed. That looks pretty good. You guys can see that. That's some real pliers. That might help. You know, for just setting the type of welding and the wire size and turning the knob up to breaking it off past 11, that looks pretty good. I can't complain. It looks really nice. I can't complain about that one bit. That's honestly pretty impressive if you ask me. You see, I'll grab this here. It's a little hot. I think we got good penetration from what I can tell from the end. Burning out the end a little bit there, but that's not bad. I'll take that one all day long. Pretty impressed with it. You know, again, only time will tell how it'll actually hold up, but for out of the box and for the price, being budget friendly, I'd say that's a big win by me. Well, folks, here's the deal. I'm pretty impressed with this little guy. It's really small and portable. I'm not going to do a whole lot of justice here because over here it's bigger brother than MIG200, but it's a nice, handy little unit that I think is going to be well worth it for the price to keep around your house, homestead, shop, man cave, whatever. It's going to get you out of a bind if you need to do some welding. It's a very affordable cost. I will put links down below to Arccaptain's website. There's also a discount code down there, so if you guys use that, you'll save a little bit of money. If you guys don't like Arccaptain's website, I'll also put a link to Amazon. And a lot of people like to use the Jungle website to buy stuff because, well, it's just simpler, and I can appreciate that altogether. Can't complain. Now, obviously, you guys saw when I first started testing this here. Well, probably. Let's just... When you guys first saw it here, we were doing the testing. When you have it set on the low setting, obviously it's really going to be meant for the thinner sheet metal type stuff. You're not going to get a whole lot of power out of it, but by cranking it all the way up to high there, I was able to put a nice little bead here on this larger chunk of material. It's still pretty hot, but I also got a nice little, T-joint there. Now, is this going to be a commercial everyday use item? Nope. It's not. It's not built for that. The torch is obviously a little smaller, not as well built, but hey, it gets the job done. It's easy to set up. Buttons and controls are super simple. There's not a whole lot to it. And even like myself, I'm not a professional welder. I can stick two things together, make them hold, and I guarantee they won't break, but they don't look necessarily cosmetically great. And, well, you know, the proof's in the pudding here. It's not horrible, I guess is what I'm saying. So yeah, it's definitely a handy unit to keep around the property. And I'd recommend picking one up like this. Again, I can't tell you how long it's going to last, but for the price, it's going to be hard not to keep it around in those situations where you need to just plug it into what you got and get the job done and carry it around with you. It's going to be a handy, portable little unit. So to close it out, this 4-in-1 unit is perfect for beginners or those that just want something simple to use. It's very affordable. Check the links down below to get yourself one. And don't be afraid to try one out. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee on it. If you don't like it, send it back. And also a 2-year warranty on the unit in general. There's not a lot of welders that offer a warranty of that length. So it just kind of gives you an idea of the pride they take in this product to building it and using high quality components and testing it to last. Thanks for stopping in today, guys. My name's Kyle. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next video. We'll see ya.